Hello, my doodles. Hello, it is Sunday and it's time for Sunday lesson. Give this video a thumbs up at the end if you like this video, if you agree with some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about today in this Sunday lesson video. Let me know. And if you are new to my channel, big hello, air hug, welcome. I know that it's been rough and a lot of things are rough. Okay, guys. Chilling out in my Coca-Cola Classic t-shirt. I'm going swimming today with my besties, so I thought I might as well get up early. It's 8:01 and get up and get stuff going. Alright, so today's lesson is going to be about cheaters and cheating and a lot of other things as well. So, that's weird. Sorry, I feel like I had a splinter or something in the palm of my hand. I don't know what it was, but anyway, I just felt weird. But anyway, let's get on to this lesson and get with the program. Now, I've been watching a lot of videos on cheating, but I've also been doing a lot of research, and there's a lot of things going down. I saw a post on Facebook. Y'all might have seen it as well. I don't know. I've seen it on Facebook. And I've seen it on Instagram as well, and it caught my attention. It came to my attention. And I was like, wait a minute, that would make a good lesson about cheating and other things as well. And so I started doing more research about it so I could make it a Sunday lesson. And I've been working on it since practically last Sunday, working on this past week to come up with this for a Sunday lesson. And I watched a video. It says top 10 reasons your spouse is cheating. And number one is a gravitation. Another one would be emotional distance. Then you got working late, wanting space, improving their appearances, and privacy. So, if your husband is being emotional distancing, so if you're like, he's out doing working around the house or cutting the grass and doing yard work, that doesn't mean he's being social distance. That doesn't mean he's wanting his space. That doesn't mean he's emotional distance. No. That doesn't mean he wants his privacy. That don't mean none of this. He's trying to improve and making the house look good. So, you have options. Honey, would you like help? And if he says no, that doesn't mean he doesn't want you around. For me, if I was to ask my husband for help to work on the house, he'd tell me no. And the reason is, I'm not good at stuff like that. He's better at it than I am. And he saw my painting on my doors in here, and no, he didn't. No. He doesn't want my help with painting. He doesn't want my help with anything because he sees what I can do. Now, until I can get off my lazy butt, get a whole bunch of stuff together and go out there and do that, then it would be okay. So, until then, not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So let's get into our Bible. And let's look up Exodus chapter 20. If you got a Bible, we're going to go Exodus chapter 20 in this Bible. And I'm going to read a whole lot of woohoos in this Bible. Now, for some people, these things don't mean, the Ten Commandments mean nothing. Some people they do mean something, some they don't. Another thing, talking about the top 10 reasons. Well, anyway, I got 6 out of the 10, but anyway, top 10 reasons your spouse is cheating is a topic. Then y'all can go and look at. But um, emotional distance. If your spouse is being emotional and they're being distant, I can say sometimes I am emotional distance from my husband, but that does not always mean that your spouse is cheating. It's just there's times I feel emotional and I want to cry, and I really don't want to cry in front of my husband because what's wrong, and he's got an excuse, and I don't want to try to explain to him what is really wrong with me because of the fact that if he knew what was really going on with me, he'd be like, okay, 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 and it's not okay. My heart is hurting. You need to fix it. And the only person that can fix it would be my spouse. Yes, you have kids and you have a mom and dad. You have other family that can cheer you up, but they can't mend your broken heart. They can tell you what to do, but they cannot mend your broken heart. Working late. Okay. If your husband or your spouse calls you and says, oh, I gotta work overtime. I'm sorry. I just gotta work a little late. I should be too late, maybe a couple hours. Then you know that doesn't mean he's cheating. He could be telling the truth and he has to work overtime. But if you think he's cheating on you, then there's things to do. He comes home from work. If he goes straight to bed and lays there, no, I can't. I'm tired. Or if he comes and says, I'm not hungry. I ate at work. Okay, my husband has done that. He has worked late, come home, and I said, dinner's in the fridge. You want me to make your plate? He goes, no, they brought us food at work since we worked overtime. And of course, me, I'm not saying, oh, and what was her name? I did not say that. I said, oh, that's cool. So what'd you eat? You know? And I'm curious what he does eat. Because and for me, growing up, my grandmother and my mother told me food is the most important thing in your life. If you don't have food, you're not going to make it. My mom wasn't a very, very big, huge woman like Refusia. But after she got cancer and before she passed away, yeah, she was pretty big, but not that big. But the cancer made her bloated. Then wanting space. If your spouse is really wanting space and he says, you're laying in bed and you roll over trying to hug up to him or her, your spouse, and they say, can you scoot over on your side, please? I just need a little distance. I want a little space in bed. Fine. I mean, my husband and I give each other space in bed anyway. Unless we want to fool around or play. Improves his appearance. If your spouse is sitting here trying to improve their appearance, my husband knows me real well, somewhat well. I wear makeup a lot. Okay, I get up every morning. This is my morning routine. I get up, I make coffee. Well, I get up, go to the bathroom, go in there, make coffee, come back to the bathroom, go back in there, make me breakfast, bring it in here. I get on my computer. I get on I can't even think of what it is now. YouTube, and I check all my emails, everything, and then I get on YouTube. And when I get on YouTube, I look see what the videos are that I need to watch. If it's a good video, I will watch it and eat my breakfast, or I will listen to music and get on Facebook and I play Happy Acres. Okay, I got 2 Happy Acres accounts that I play on Happy Acres, and my farm is green. So anyway, and I do that, and that's my everyday routine. And then at 8 o'clock, when I see my computer says 8, I get up my vanity, I put on my makeup, get off of Facebook, put on my makeup. Then I want to do my video for today. I upload my video for today. Sometimes the video for today, I'll make it for the next day. Like tomorrow's video, which tomorrow's Monday. I've already made that video. And I will post it up tomorrow. You'll see it. So I try to make videos sometimes the night before. Like when I do my shop my stash. I make that video on Fridays and then I upload it Friday night when I go to bed. I'm uploading it. So it's uploaded come early Saturday morning. I do a lot of things. So if your spouse is wanting to show appearance, like if you notice your husband or your spouse is not taking a bath every day, then say they take a shower every other day, wash their hair, smell good, and you notice something's changed every day now they're taking a shower or they're taking a bath. Or when they come home from work, the first thing they do is, oh, I gotta answer some chemicals at work. Don't touch me. I gotta go take a shower and get the chemicals off. Okay, honestly, that could be true. That could honestly be true. That could so be true. But let me tell you something else. If your spouse is going to say that, or you're going to say that to your spouse, wouldn't it be much easier? And you know you cheated, and you know you had sex with somebody else because you didn't really get into chemicals. You got off of work early because they let you out early because something happened at work. What's the first thing you should do when you come home? Instead of saying, hey, I got to take a shower, I got chemicals all over me. Okay, why don't you come in and say, oh, I'm sorry, honey. I got to take a shower. I had sex with somebody and I got their germs all over me. So let me go wipe it off and then we'll go have our little fun. Not gonna happen in this house. And if it has happened in this house, somebody needs to start doing a Lorena Bobbitt. And I did watch that movie and I found out why she really cut her husband's pecker off, and that was because her husband not only was he wanting to cheat on her, but he was verbally and physically abusing her, and I don't fly that route. Okay, so, and if, now only one time my husband has came home and he has smelled like cologne, strong cologne, and I'm sitting here thinking, you didn't have that much cologne on when you went to work. I was saying that to myself, and now you got a crap lip on. My husband comes home from work, and sometimes I can understand him putting on cologne after work. He smells like motor oil, and he smells like car, motor oil and stuff like that. And I was like, oh. Even my dog, he has come home one time and he smelled like work, and he smelled like motor oil because he does oil changes and things like that at work because he works with cars. And my dog, and kept sneezing because she smelled it and didn't like it. So, if they change their appearance, that doesn't always mean that they're cheating. I've said here, okay, and I know a lot of y'all has heard the story many times. My husband did something to me in the past. I'm not going to bring it up, but I don't know about you ladies, okay? I don't know about you ladies. But for me, when my husband has gone on Facebook, he's talked to other women on Facebook that he didn't even know. He's asked for phone numbers, he's asked for pictures. And, back in the past, when your spouse does something, when you see your spouse and you're with your spouse, and they're over there checking out another man or woman or saying something, or even if, okay, y'all know back in the day Pamela Anderson was hot. Everybody couldn't wait to get their hands on Pamela Anderson. But for me, with my first husband, he cheated on me and he did things. But I so thought I was nothing but worthless. He didn't love me. He didn't want me. He wanted nothing to do with me. Okay? There's something in common that him and my husband now have that they loved about me. One, I do not drink alcohol. I could not stand alcohol in my house, and I did not drink alcohol. Now, my ex husband used to keep beer in the house. My husband now tried to put alcohol in the house before, and I've got pissed off. If you're going to have alcohol, you want to drink, take it outside. So he started keeping it outside in his workshop. In the refrigerator he had, but he gave to a friend. I do not drink alcohol. I do not smoke cigarettes. I used to smoke, but I don't smoke anymore. I quit. And I don't do drugs. I don't like drugs in the house. There's a lot of things I do not like. And it does hurt. And I'm not cheating on my husband. I never would cheat on my husband. But I do like to improve my appearance sometimes. I don't sit here. I want to change the way I dress. I know at one time my stepdaughter said I dress like a hobo. And that hurt my feelings. And I cried. And when I went to talk to her and ask her why, we went on and on and on about it. And I said some mean things to her. And I have apologized before. Whether she accepted it or took it, I don't know. But when she said that, and it really hurt my feelings, and I started crying, and I looked up and I said, well, at least I wash my clothes and don't wear dirty clothes to school. And I did exactly that. And every time I tried to wash her clothes, she'd get mad at me. So, privacy. If your husband wants their privacy, or your spouse wants their privacy, your significant other, I should say, wants their privacy. If they're in the bed and they're sitting here on their phone, maybe on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever they are, or even Hangouts or whatever, and they're texting, they're going to go like this because they don't want people to see what they're writing. Now, one thing that makes me sometimes suspicious about my husband, when my husband would go in the bedroom, if he's on his phone, okay, made me suspicious. He'd get on his phone and he'd be texting a note, a girl or whatever, whoever he's texting. And when he's texting a family member, and I know it's a family member or a friend that's on his Facebook page, somebody he works with, he don't always stop and put it down when he's texting. Stop texting and just set it down. He finishes the text, he'll put it down when it dings. Oh, look at what blah, 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 blah said. Can you believe that? And he'll do that. He'll tell me that. Okay? But when it's a female he's texting and he doesn't want me to know that he's talking to other women on Facebook. Okay? And this was in the past. He would text and put it down and set it down. Well, little story, short and quick. There's a girl on Facebook. I don't remember what her name is. I read it down. I don't think I didn't throw the paper away that had her name on it. But anyway, all I know is her last name. Not so much. Is Connie. That's all I know. Her last name was Connie. Connie. But anyway, she had texted me and she told me she was texting and she said, asked me if I was related to a Patrick Green. And I said, yeah, that's my husband. Well, he was talking to her. He asked for her phone number and pictures, but he didn't mention to tell her. He did mention to say he was married. And one of the things that she asked, she goes, why are you asking for pictures and a phone number of me? And I am, and you're married. Are you wanting to cheat on your wife? So he didn't answer back. And so come to find out, and I'll get into more of that a little bit later. find out some things. I found out a lot of things, not about him, but other things as well. Like, I'm going to tell you a story that's going around on Instagram. I'm going to tell you a story that's going around on Facebook that I found out, that I came across and seen on my page. And it kind of scares me a little bit. But I'll get into that in a minute. We're going to go to Exodus 20, chapter 20. And we're going to go through verse 1 through 17. 10 Commandments for the Covenant Commandments. Then God gave the people all instructions. I am the Lord, your God, who says from the land of Egypt, the place of your slavery. You must not have any other God but me. You must not make yourself an idol of any kind or image of anything in the heavens, on the earth, in the area. You must not bow down to them or worship them, for I am the Lord your God. I am a jealous God who will not tolerate your actions for any other God. I lay the sins of the parents upon their children, and the entire family is affected, even children in the third and fourth generation of these who reject me. But I wish unfailing love for thousands of generations on those who love me and obey my commandments. You must not loose the name of the Lord your God. The Lord will not let you go unpunished if you measure his name. So basically, don't say the GD word. I'm not going to say it. Don't use the Lord's name in vain. Remember to obey the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. You have 6 days each week for your ordinary work, but the 7th day is Sabbath day and rest to the Lord your God. On that day, no one in the household may do any work. This includes you, your sons, your daughters, male and female, servants, your livestock, or any foreigner living among you. So basically, I understand now this part because Chick-fil-A is not open on Sundays because of Sabbath day, and they celebrate Sabbath day, which is on Sunday. So every Sunday is Sabbath day where you're supposed to go and worship the Lord and not go to work and not do nothing. And I understand God knows that some people need to work that day to make ends meet. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth and the seas and everything then. But on the 7th day he rested. That is why Lord blessed the 7th day and set it apart as holy. Honor thy father and thy mother. You will live a long full life in the land of the Lord your God has given you. You must not murder. You must not commit adultery. And a lot of y'all know what adultery is. And if you're watching this and you are cheating on your spouse, it means you're committing adultery. Even if it is texting women on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, any sites. It's adultery. You must not steal. You must not test falsely against your neighbor. You must not covet your neighbor's house. You must not covet your neighbor's wife, male or female, servant, ox, or donkey, or anything else that belongs to your neighbor. Okay? That's understandable. And that is understandable. But now we get into Deuteronomy chapter 5. Okay? Moses called all the people of the Israelites together and said, listen carefully, Israel. Here is the creeds of religions I am giving you today. You may learn them and obey them. The Lord our God made covenant with us and Mount Shemesh with our actors, but with all of us who are alive today at the mountain, the Lord spoke to you face to face from the heart of the fire. I stood as an entry between you and the Lord, for you were afraid of the fire and did not want to approach the mountain. He spoke to me, and I passed his words on to you. This is what he said. I am the Lord, your God, who's reduced from the lands of Egypt, the place of your salvation. You must not have any other God other but me. You must not make yourself an idol of any kind or imagine of any things in heaven and earth and the sea. You must not bow down to them and worship them, for I am the Lord, your God. I am a jealous God who will not tolerate your actions of other gods. I lay the signs of the parents upon the children and the entire family affected even. Children in the fourth generation and those who respect me. But I leash unfailing love for thousands of generations on those who love me and obey my commandments. Lord will not let you go unpunished in the measures in his obeys by the Sabbath day by keeping as the Lord your God is commanding you. You have 6 days each week, but the seventh day is Sabbath day for rest. To Lord your God. On that day, no one in the household may work, including your sons and daughters, males, female servants, your oxen and donkeys, others, livestock, and foreigners among you. All your male and female servants must rest as you do. Remember that you were once a slave in Egypt, but the Lord your God brought you out with his strong hands and powerful arms. That is why the Lord God has commanded you to rest on Sabbath day, which is on Sunday. Honor thy father, thy mother, as the Lord your God commands you. Then you will live a long, full life. God is giving you. You must not murder, you must not commit adultery, you must not steal, you must not testify falsely against your neighbor. You must not covet thy neighbor. And so forth and so on. The Lord spoke these words to all assemblies at their foot in the mountain. He spoke loud voices from the heart, and the fire surrounded by the cloud, and keep the darkness. So, those are basically the 10 Commandments. Okay. And I know a lot of us has broken some of those commandments. Thou shalt not lie. I lie. I've stole. Some of it I have done. I have used the Lord's name in vain more than once. And I think he's punished me for it. I'm pretty sure he has punished me for it. Let's go to Matthew chapter 4. Then Jesus was led into the wilderness by the Spirit to be tempted by the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights after he became hungry. And the tempter came and said to him, If you are the Son of God, speak that those stones may become loaves of bread. But answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live on bread alone, but not every word that proceeds out strength the mouth of God. Then the devil took him into his body city, and took him into the holy city, and set him on the writing of the temple, and said to him, If you are the Son of God, cast yourself down, for it is written, To his angels he shall give change concerning you, and on your hands they shall bear you up, lest you strike your foot against the stone. Jesus said unto him, Again it is written, You shall not test the Lord your God. Again the devil took him to a very high mountain, and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory. And he said unto him, All these I'll give you, if you will fall down and worship me. Then Jesus said unto him, Go away, Satan, for it is written, You shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve. Then the devil left him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. Now the devil's working. The devil works on a lot of people. If you are, say, when you break one of the 10 Commandments, it's not only just you breaking it. The devil's working on you. There's a lot of people, I hear this all the time. My husband says it all the time. I follow this. This is my Bible. Well, this is the Bible, yes. This ain't a true version of the Bible. Because in this Bible there is like Exodus and Deuteronomy's not in here. So that this Bible don't believe in the 10 Commandments. But you get a Bible and people say, this is the word of God, I believe it, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And things. I want to know how many of y'all in here say that y'all can believe the Bible. How many of y'all say that God is your number one God? How many can say, I worship God and do no wrong? Nobody can say that. The God is tempting everybody. When you're sitting here strolling through your phone on Facebook and you see a hot chick or, oh my God, look at him. He is so good looking. Okay? All these blockheads. I'm a blockhead. I love New Kids on the Block. If you're worshiping New Kids on the Block and not worshiping God, and you look at them as, they're my leaders, take me to them. I worship Joey McIntyre. I worship Donnie Wahlberg. It's not right. You want to worship God. If you're sitting here saying you're gonna worship God, don't worship nobody else. Just worship God. God is more important than anybody else on this earth. So when you're sitting here and you're on your phone and you see a hot woman or a good-looking man, and you go to add as friends, and then you start texting them, that's the devil That's the devil working on you, trying to tempt you into doing things. Now, like I said earlier, I found something out on Instagram and Facebook. I come across a thing, and if I come across it again, I'm going to save it to my page so everybody can see it. Somebody posted on Instagram and Facebook, it was going around Instagram and Facebook, that there's a 50-something-year-old man or 60-something-year-old man, I don't know if it was 50 or 60, that is going around asking women for phone numbers, and they're asking women for pictures and phone numbers, and asking to take them out on a date. Well, I read one of the comments on there, and the girl says, the guy was old enough to be my father. I'm only 15. And another girl posted on there, I'm 13 years old. I'm not on here looking for a boy to add me. Yeah, I don't look 13. I look like I'm in my 20s, but I'm only 13. And I do wear makeup and play with makeup because that's like a hobby of mine. But I'm not out to look for a man. I don't want a man. I don't want nobody right now. And the same with the 19-year-old. So let me explain something real quick. Okay, you're going to be on Facebook. You're going to be on Instagram. And you're going to, you're going to be on YouTube. You don't know how old these people are. I notice when y'all do giveaways on YouTube, must be 18 years of older. Any younger, get your parents' permission before I send the package to you. Okay? One thing about social media, you don't know how old the person is. Okay? For instance, there may be somebody named Tiffany Tuscany. I'm bringing out. Okay, and this girl's on Facebook, and we'll say she's 17. She's on Facebook. She has gorgeous, hot pictures of her. Okay, really, she's 17 years old, but on Facebook, she acts like she's older than that, and she's got grown up, half naked, grown up pictures. To find out, there could be a lot. One, that person may not be just Tiffany Tuscany. That person could be a guy pretending to be a girl. Play you like a damn fool. The person says it's only 17. Okay, and trying to hook up with a younger guy that age, and she could really be 50 something years old. The person could put on there, gay and looking for a man. It could be a woman pretending to be somebody they're not. So you don't know who the person is that you're talking to on Facebook, Instagram, or social media. It could be anybody. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you a little word advice. Another thing going around, there are undercover cops on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all over social media, undercover cops. And they make a fake and phony profile. And they go and add somebody on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and they start talking. And the reason they're doing it is because they want to see if you're a child molester, a rapist, or murderer. Think about that. Cops are on social media checking out your profile. The guy on Facebook, the person that made Facebook, I got a message from him posted that they're going to be where if you're not friends with the person, they can't text you no more, and people cannot add you on Facebook as a friend. You can't read text message unless you're friends with that person. So if this Tiffany Tuscany wanted to add me on Facebook, okay, she could add me, and then if I accept it, yes. But if she sends me a message, a private message, I cannot see what that private message is. I cannot read that private message at all until I accept her as a friend. Then I can read the message. Then if the message is, hey, I'm horny, I want to have sex with you, then I'm automatically going to delete it and not accept her as a friend. But some men won't do that. Some women won't do that. So I'm going to end this at this. And let's bow our heads and pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I come to you and pray. I pray that all these women and all these men quit texting married women and men. Make the men be honest to their wives and the women be honest to their husbands. I pray that a lot of marriages that are falling apart today get healed back together and stay as in one. If their husband or if the spouse is cheating on their spouse, please, Lord, I pray that they stop, come forth, and tell the truth to their spouse, what they've been up and doing, and why it is wrong. and forgive them for what they're doing. But make sure that you punish them harder than ever. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I love you, God. All right. Until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope it did help you out. And if you do think your husband or your wife, your spouse is cheating, there's a lot of other ways to find out. You can sniff their crotch. What I said earlier. Um, check things. If you grab your phone, your spouse's phone, and you look at it, and they grab it from you like this, that means they got something on there they don't want you to see. My husband always tells me when I think he's doing something, oh, you're looking at porn. You got here. He hands me his phone, and I don't take it and look at it because I want to trust him. Because I know if I look at it, I'm gonna find something in it that don't belong, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna question my husband, and he'll say, I don't know how it got there. They lie. Till next time, guys, I love y'all and bye.